What's up, everybody? This is Barn on 11970, and thank you as always for watching my video. All right, guys, I just got this email, and I really think this one's important to talk about, and this might be a little bit of an indication of where things are headed if this can happen to this type of person. So I'm going to read this. The person's YouTube channel is Dave Nobody Really, and he writes as follows. So, hi, I want to introduce myself. My name is David A. Schmecker. If possible, I'd like to get my story known to as many people as possible. To make this as brief as possible, I live in Connecticut, and I'm 50 years old, and I am an honorably discharged disabled Navy veteran. I don't have a psychiatric past or a criminal past. February 5th, 2013, my Veterans Hospital primary care doctor called my home and heard a message on my answering machine he said sounded peculiar, and the VA contacted the local police to perform a wellness check. The police came to my home and, without any justification whatsoever, hauled me away for a psychiatric evaluation to a local hospital. I submitted to their forceful insistence under duress and fear of arrest or worse. I wasn't arrested, and no crime was committed, nor any threats made to myself or others. They confiscated my guns and pistol permit. I was released 2 days later from the evaluation on my recognizance, and I have attempted to use the courts and attorneys to fight the revocation of my pistol permit. Then, on top of everything else, the bills from my short stay in the hospital and EMS bills they billed me, and what I had to pay for the attorney adds up to a large amount of money. I'm just a nobody, so there is obviously a campaign orchestrated to disarm law-abiding citizens, and the Veterans Administration has found a loophole in the system to do it. Because I'm a nobody, they feel empowered to be able to do this to me. I must be the tip of the iceberg of this campaign when they are testing the waters to see what they can get away with and with whom. They have messed with my life and my rights. If I wasn't hurt, I could just walk away from the VA, but I utilize their benefit for all of my healthcare needs. I'm very concerned about where this country is headed. All right, guys, that should really say it all. And if you see, for example, what they did in Cyprus, they're really testing the waters on what they can get away with. First, by trying to steal bank accounts, just taking the citizens' money to pay for their gambling debts that they've incurred and dumped the bill on us. You see what they're doing with the gun confiscations, where if you research anything, they actually have admitted in the U.S. government that they actually see veterans coming back from wars as possible threats. And now they're trying to get everybody to seem like they're crazy lunatics so they could say, well, you're not fit to own a gun, so we're going to take it away from you. So this is really what's going to happen if we choose to do nothing. Now, I could have read that email and just wrote him back and said, I'm sorry to hear that, hope things get better, or just ignore it. But instead, I chose to make a video to get that message out. Now, I don't know the person, so I can't say that that person is who he says he is. I'm going to take their word for it. But it's still, sorry, there's a little hair on the lens, still good information to talk about. Because if there's any kind of loopholes that the government can find to take away your right to bear arms, they're going to do it. And if we sit around and do nothing, eventually one day we're going to wake up and find we have no way to defend ourselves against anything that could be coming our way, including a tyrannical government. Now, I'm not suggesting our government is tyrannical, but that doesn't mean they can't be. If you look throughout history, that is all the justification you need to be aware of potentials. Some people will call that crazy, and those very people are the ones that will ultimately try and steal what you own. So please share this video. Make your own video if you want. You can even contact that person. Like I said, I told you what the name of the person is, and we'll go from there. So thank you for that email, and I hope things get better. I'm sorry to hear that they took so much advantage of you, but I'm glad you're not staying silent. And to all the veterans out there, have this be a lesson. They pay you well, police officers and people like that, the people that are put in harm's way to protect those very bankers and corrupt government officials. But when they no longer have a use for you, all of a sudden you become enemy number one. So keep that in mind if you're thinking about a career. If you really want to be bodyguards for the elite, and be taken advantage of just to get a few worthless, potentially worthless dollars in the long run that could end up not being able to purchase anything, just be very careful about that. And to all the soldiers out there, my hat's off to anybody that can actually put themselves in the harm's way and actually do what you do. But remember all the people out there that are in the law enforcement, military, or any of that. Remember your oath. Protect the citizens. Don't become the enemy. All right, guys. Thanks for watching. My hat off to everybody. I salute you all. I really hope this information gets out there, and I hope that individual finds justification and gets his reward for his not staying silent. All right, guys. That's all I have to say about it. Leave your comments and spread the word. Peace.